Hi, this is Reverend Sky. Oops, it's in the bottom. And this is water energy. Um, uh, the first reading I did coming back online was for water energy. And the camera's kind of really not, actually, it's on a slant. But anyway, I did water energy and it was really emotional, and it certainly I could feel the intensity of it. So I decided to do another bonus reading, which I will do from time to time for different signs if I feel like there's something else, or, if the energy is very heavy, I would like to show them like the yin to the yang, right? So, real quick, if it doesn't resonate for you, um, no harm done, no harm, no foul. It may down the road, though, because of energy being fluid, or this may be little hits of things that you're starting to feel and need validation for, and that's cool too. It is for water signs in general, so that would encompass Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So that means that since it's any one of those, um, there may be chunks that resonate with you and that it drops off and it goes into another direction because that's what Scorpio is going through, or that's what Pisces or Cancer is going through, or however. But if it does resonate with you, and it's somebody else, then just reverse the roles. You've heard it a million times. Just reverse the roles. I'm going to start off with using the sixth sense oracle connection cards. I think that's how the name of them. Sixth sense something. Um, yeah, I kind of just felt like the energy to do this, and had my pajama top on. And I was thinking, wow, it would be pretty cool to do a pajama series where I come on at like midnight. And I might do that. Okay, water signs. Your first card out is soulmate. And I'm hearing this song in my head. Remember Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, but before that it was Sam and Dave, I believe, that I'm a soul man, da 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 da, coming to you from a dusty road, good love. And he looks like he's coming from a long way, right? Like he's stooping down to consider how much further he needs to go. Soulmate. Yeah, it's like he's been through hell and back. Water signs. So this could be you, or this could be someone that you know, who's been through an awful lot in a connection, and they're by themselves now. So I think it's something that the two parties decided to agree to disagree, or disagree to agree, or whatever. Whoa. Oh, I hate when cards fall on the floor. Wait 1 second, because I don't want to splice it. Splicing's taking way too long. Oh, yeah. Okay, soulmate. And then we'll see how the story goes if these need to be swapped, because I'm not sure what came after the other, but this is caution. So it's almost like, so far, that this soulmate was cautioned about something. They were cautioned not to do something, or cautioned about something. Caution card. And then I have forgiveness. So it's almost like this person is seeking, what just came to me is that this person that you're connected to, whichever water sign you are, made a choice. You cautioned them, or this could be you. I mean, could be somebody you know, could be you. You cautioned them against it, and they did it anyway. And see, they barely got out alive with their soul intact. You know, since this guy is alone, this might be somebody who is realizing that first they have to be their own mate, you know? These might be, yeah, I don't know why I'm getting this impression that these are like, could represent like people, you know, that are now, this person has to realize they're getting older. Anyway, so we have our baseline, and I just told you, forgiveness, soulmate, and caution. So what I want to do is I want to look and see from the Zero deck, what is this forgiveness about? I already prayed and shuffled the cards beforehand, but I want to get the energy. Forgiveness for water signs. What are they forgiving or being asked for forgiveness for? Please clarify forgiveness. Please clarify forgiveness for us. Whoa. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. So, this is a little auspicious because very rarely do you want to be forgiven for having a fortune. I mean, I know I wouldn't. So, but this wheel is also karma. It's also, I couldn't find the passage in time, but I wanted to end this with, and if I remember, I will, with two, you know, there is a time to every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to love, a time to hate. It's a time, and for some reason that's tying in here to Everything Turns by the Animals, back, I think the Animals in the 60s or something. Anyway, this almost looks like the dove of peace, like it's time to bring peace, to bring peace to something, or source, universe, whatever you follow, as far as the creator, the big kahuna, whatever, you know. He's known, he or she, I don't think it's a he or she, I think it's a rather just a being that gets to be a he, she, all those things, because we all have that spark of God source, which is the replication of the of energy, you know, condensed energy. That's really what we are. My theory, anyway. All right, so Wheel of Fortune. Why are you here? Oh, yeah, forgiveness. Somebody withheld the truth. Somebody didn't follow through with something they said they were going to do. Let somebody down, which caused this wheel to turn and events to take place. But no matter how long it took, could have taken 10 years, could have taken 10 months, could have happened in October. But suddenly the end of something came. It was like a oh, this is good. Water signs. It's like a fracture in time, right? And this fracture in time brought about a cycle of events that were totally unexpected, totally not like, I can hear somebody saying, if somebody would have told me I would be here 10 years from now, 10 years from now. Now, keep in mind also 10 is binary, on, off. So this could be something that the wheel was moving, then it wasn't, then it was, then it wasn't. And because of that lack of momentum, there's a sense of that forgiveness, is needed, you know. Um, I have, years ago, I used to own my own company, and I used to produce these, amongst other things. I may go back to it, but I called this Bliss Mist. This is amethyst. This little amethyst beads on the bottom. And I just feel like there's just so much to know, you know. And I'm picking up very, very strongly that this is somebody that either didn't follow through with something, or somebody lied when they said they forgave. Yes, that's true too. Somebody that you believe forgave you really didn't. Might have not done that, and now is the time that they want to do it. But anyway, let's see. Clarify soulmate. Clarify soulmate. I don't want to make this too long because it is a bonus. But like I said, I'm getting back out there, so I want to do what's fair. Soulmate. Clarify soulmate. My divine intercessor, thank you, is Mary. I resonate with her story a lot. And Sky, my government name is not Sky. It's my native name. I'm Native American, so or American Indian, whatever you want to call. I'm a human being, right? That just happens to have a heavy dose of spirituality thrown in. But anyway, this soulmate, this is Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Now, very interesting, because with the Six of Pentacles, like, it's not like the Justice card. A lot of times the scales aren't balanced. Let me just, yeah, there's like a slant to the scales. It's like somebody's giving to one thing more than the other. So it's like something else has, like, almost like the Two of Pentacles when we're talking about leverage. It could also talk about somebody having to take money out of their pocket, and so now they're lighter, they have less money, taking money out of their pocket for something. This could also be some type of court situation where you're having to give money. This person, this soulmate person, may be in a situation where it's more give and less take, or more take and less give. But they're certainly not all getting a fair shake there. Okay, so why are you here, Six of Pentacles? Is this an unfairness? Is this something trying to be balanced out? The soulmate with the Six of Pentacles. Why are you here? Wow. And then we go to the Seven of Pentacles. So it's almost like this soulmate person was taking money from somebody, right? Or affection, or opportunity, or a lot of things, stability, and giving it to somebody else that they were planting a future, planting a tree. Here's the ladder, so it's something that's been planted over time. This ladder didn't appear there overnight, right? So this is building, could be building a business where one person has more money in it than the other person, right? That could be. Okay, water signs. What is this caution about? What do we have to be cautioned about? Tell me about caution. These are general readings, by the way. I mean, if love is strong, it'll come out. If you just do love readings, I'll own it. If I just do love readings and I don't do generals, then it's something that could happen like a year from now. And because it's love, that's what's coming up. But time being fluid, I don't want to somebody to be looking out the window every day. That's going to happen a year from now, That's just how my energy works. Like I said, if love is in the equation, it'll come out. Rest assured. Caution. Clarify caution. Divine Mary, my intercessor, help me with this reading. Whatever this caution card is, it's somebody came in very quickly to this Knight of Swords here. He's got his sword raised like he's ready to say charge. And this is the caution, right? This could be, in its simplest term, to be careful using your credit cards a lot. This person's charging in and this person's being cautioned. And this is more than one person. This is two people, right? But they've got a light for their path, but they're heading into a very dark area. So, and this is also, this Knight with the sword could be heading in with the light, having to bring more light to a situation. I heard like from the cartoons, hey, wait a minute. Like, why you? I don't know what that's about, but Knight of Swords. Tell water signs the crab, the scorpion, and the fish. What have they cooked up? Knight of Swords, please clarify. Knight of Swords. Something's a brewing, water signs. I don't know what, because you've got the Seven of Wands. Well, the good thing about the Seven of Wands is that you are on top of your game, meaning that all these people that are trying to get at you can't quite reach you, and you even have a rod. So water signs, you could be around a lot of people that don't really dig what you do, or they don't like what you say or what you wear, or it could be that petty, because the Five of Wands is a petty, fight of some kind over somebody being petty. So this could be a lot of people that just, got a lot of crap to say, and they don't know what they're talking about, because see, his back is to this doorway, the archway. So he knows what's going on, These people are assuming they know what's going on. And so he knows that he's going to have to use, quickly, caution. Remember on Lost in Space, Will Robinson? Caution, or the robot, caution, caution. I don't know why. Stuff comes to my mind. I don't know why. But anyway, so basically what I'm seeing here, once these are all put together, because we're going to do another spread real quick, is that somebody somebody might have went into business with someone, right? They went into business with someone and they didn't have the same amount of funds. So the other person gave them a little rider of some kind, whatever. And that was the very thing that tied this person to a situation. And because we have the Wheel of Fortune, so that changed something big changed here. Like, it had been coming on for a while, because a wheel is like, in the Old Testament, I believe God says, when he's asked, one of my days is equal to 365 of yours. One of your years is equal to one of my days. So this is something that, whenever I think about that, I think about that you're given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to see clearly. This Ace of Swords is upside down. To tell the truth about something. To give somebody the truth about something, for somebody to tell you the truth. But you're going to have to, in order for you to have peace of mind, you're going to have to forgive this person, right? You're above, see how the dove is above, and it's above these cards. It was above these cards. So you're above it now. So from your higher place, whether it's spiritual, whether it's physical, whatever it is, from your high place, what they call the lofty place, you have it in you to forgive whatever this was. Whatever happened here, you have the power now to forgive it, where it has taken a long time. Okay. Now the person of your interest, I'm going to say of your interest, because soulmate wouldn't have popped up here if they weren't of your interest, right? Person of interest is like in a barren land. They really don't see their way to putting anything on these trees, and they're alone. And they're wishing that they had somebody that they could build with. And the reason why I'm saying that is this person was kind of weighing out on these scales. Who I get the impression that it's somebody that was weighing out where the most profit is, or where the most, abundance, profitability, opportunity, where the most opportunity is coming from. And the seventh pentacle won. Because now there's more than enough, because she's looking at taking something off the tree, and there's still six more. There's still six more pentacles. So this is somebody who was in a bad place financially. water signs, and it could be you. But because this is for you guys, I'll speak in the way I do, as if for you guys, for your turnout. So this would be somebody that if you're a woman. There's no gender specific here. It's just very fluid. But whoever this is, they were down. Look at the clothing. It's like, you know, they're threadbare. They're in need of clothing. They're in a dark place, and there's a little bit of light. See, it's like the glow in the background. And so when I see that, like, kind of glow over the head, I think of ideas. Like somebody has an idea. They have an idea that they need to find somebody that can balance them out, that they can plant, that's not going to run out of whatever resource they were looking for. Now, caution at the end. With these two lights, some reason I'm thinking of fireflies and bottles, right? When you were a kid. But anyway, they're just walking into the dark there. And this person's either defending the truth about something, or the person that's coming in is coming in with the truth, and this person is defending themselves from the truth. Okay, let's go on to our next reading. The next spread I'm going to do is Madame Mendora's. I'm using Madame Mendora's cards, okay? So, Madame Mendora's for the water signs. Please give me clarification. Water signs. Okay. First, we want a card for works. What's currently working for water signs? Oops. What is currently working for water signs? Water signs. You've got the caduceus. You will receive, I don't know if you could say it. You will, come on. This camera drives me crazy. It says you will receive news from afar. Believe it or not. Might have something to do with the light that it won't focus. I don't know. Let's try it again. Nah, it's just the camera's really bad. But it says you will receive news from afar. So that's what's working for you. So somebody that you know, you may hear news about them that doesn't live by you. You may be waiting for news for yourself, Oops. It's falling on the floor, so I don't want to take it, but somebody that you haven't heard from in a long time. You may hear about somebody, and because it is a caduceus, I'm thinking medically, like news from afar, like maybe about somebody's condition, somebody's health condition, Okay. In your home, water signs, what's the most? What's the strongest energy for Cancer for the home? The Sphinx. Choose your words carefully. That's in the home. So I think this has to do with maybe something this news from afar may stir up a lot of conversation. Water signs, keep your opinions to yourself. and you, like you normally do anyway. I know I do. I try to keep my opinions to myself. Only with, like, of course, with close friends. But not much more than that. Okay. Alrighty, so now we want, what is unexpected? What is coming that is unexpected? For water signs. What is unexpected? A serpent, a snake is in your midst. A sly and subtle approach is needed. I don't think this is you, water signs. What I think is that you have somebody who is trying to not act like they're covert, you know what I'm saying, like the mole or whatever. They're trying to be what my brother tells me, nasty nice. They're nice to you in front of your face, not so much so behind your back. um, Serpents, see how it twists and turns and twists and turns. This person may be trying to choke you off of something, choke you out with, like cut off your supply to something. Be very careful. The serpent is also a lizard, reptilian, right? And we all know in Adam and Eve the story of the serpent. But there are also religions that worship the snake, you know. So it all depends on what side of the fence you're on. But um, I would look out for this. I would say that this person may have their first initial maybe or last initial may be S. Um, they may have something to do with the number 8. That may be significant. But anyway, there you go. Alrighty. My face is getting itchy. Alright, and what is your role? What is the water signs role? What is the role of our water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What is the role here? True to form. Water. Your emotions are at their peak. So this whatever this news that you hear from a distance may be something that makes you very emotional. And in responding, the cards, the spirit, universe, God, it, whomever, your connection to your higher self, higher source, is telling you that you need to be very careful about what you say, because this person is probably trying to ensnare you with maybe with their words, but here's the outcome. Can I have the outcome, please, for water signs? Using Madame Mendora's cards. It's the outcome. How funny. You have the maiden a new relationship blossoms for you, water signs. So we'll clarify real quick. I'm going to clarify with Under the Roses, Lenormand. But what I'm seeing here is that you may be on the internet and you may meet somebody off of a website or some internet thing, right? And this may be something that here's what I'm saying is thinking is that this person won't move to where you're at geographically because they want to be where they're at. You don't want to move from where you're at geographically to be where they are. But there's this thing between you, right, that possibly could grow. I think that due to this impasse, though, not much will come of this unless somebody is willing to give up what they've already established. And I don't think that's going to happen for either party. And what I also see here is just watch somebody in your circle who may, not may be the perpetrator. Maybe somebody who smiles at you really, who just can't even barely tolerate you. But in front of others, they act like they like you, or to your face. Okay, we're going to use some Under the Roses, Lenormand. Okay, let's just go right for it. Let's go for our new relationship blossoms, the maiden right off, shall we? Yes, we shall. The maiden. There it goes. The bear. So this new relationship is protected. I think in the past, water signs, you've had your share of like really bad situations with other people, with relationships. I think that you want some assurance that before you get involved with anybody anymore, that it's the real deal, that it's real for both of you, and that there's going to be some type of, like we saw in the prior reading, some type of investment made, um, and without that, and I get it. I mean, if you're putting in your half or your share, the other person should be putting in their share. That's what makes a partnership. That's what makes a relationship work. If one person, as the Six of Pentacles, if the scales are a little off, after a while, resentment is sure to follow. My dad used to say, my dad had all kinds of sayings, so you'll probably hear me say them on occasion. But he used to say, when money problems come in the door, love goes out the window. So it's somebody that's on the same page. I see it's protected. Okay. I also have here, I think the next one is that we're going to clarify will be the Sphinx for home. Choose your words carefully. Why? Why does somebody have to choose their words carefully? Because the Mountain. Because they're having problems communicating. You're having problems communicating, water signs, but the energy is very like, to get to somebody, to talk to them would be like an enormous, or to be heard would be really, enormous. Choose your words carefully. You may not get a second chance to say what you mean. Neither may they, you know. Water, emotions are at their peaks. Clarify. Clarify water. Emotions are at their peak. A house. We had home before, right? Something's about a house. Something emotional about a house. This may very well be that there are people that want to um, buy a house and are having difficulty, or water signs. This could be home ownership and falling in love with a new house. Um, but the house also talks about stability. So also, when you talk about emotions, well, emotions aren't rational. They're very irrational. Cancers, I'm a Cancer, so I could say Cancer's emotions can be rather irrational because Cancers feel and then think. They don't think and then feel. And I think with this whole thing with twin flames, I think that's what's happening, is that energies are being exchanged so that we can be ready for our ascension into it's a whole new world, you know. So for the age of Aquarius, everybody's getting a little taste of that Aquarian, that air. And so when you know, I'm thinking that this is like emotions needs to be stabilized, you know. It could also be home life, somebody's home life, family, marriage, that there's a lot of emotional turmoil right now. Okay, the caduceus, you'll receive news from afar. This is what's working for you. Gosh. I don't like this from this is works. This is a child, but what flipped out with it? Grave. News from afar with medical. I don't want to go into this too deeply. I got this very strongly with Earth when I did the Earth energy. But I will make the announcement because it's important. If you know of someone who is abusing a child, please, please, please do the right thing. Report it. And I hope it's not that, you know, I don't think any of my audience would be coming on here, for me anyway, and be abusers, but they may um, feel a little bit like emotions in the house, right? They might feel a little bit stymied when it comes to doing the right thing, but just pray on it. I swear, pray on it, and a door will open and you'll be able to do the right thing. However, putting something to bed, grave, ending something, brings out the child, the youth, regenerates um, somebody. And this is in the works. This is currently in the works. So this may also be that, and this is news from afar, somebody may be bringing you a message that they ended a situation and they want to start fresh. As you know, like when we were, you know, this could be like uh, relative to the Six of Cups. There's butterflies. This could be air. That air thing, right? Okay, now the serpent. I wanted to do the serpent last. The serpent, a sly subtle approach is needed. Clarify for water signs. Clarify. Cards don't want to. Oh, whoa, that's a bunch of cards. That's too many. Too many bunch of cards. The serpentess, lion, subtle approach is needed. Who? This is the owls. And the owls talks about, this could be gossip. Somebody is trying to get information out of you to gossip about. This could also be a couple, it could be marriage, could be an engagement. It could be partners. What I think water signs is, I'm going to tell you to be careful, because I think that somebody, because I have choose your words carefully with the mountain. If somebody says that you said something, they put words in your mouth, it may be very difficult for you to explain yourself later on. So be very careful the words, your choice of words right now. I tell it to myself too. Yeah, because I see here that, like, a new romance blossoms with the bear. So this might be, this could also be protecting a romance by the words, certain words that were said. Somebody could really, like, if somebody, for my female feminine water energy, if somebody tells you that they had a child with somebody else, you know I mean, you may get upset, but take a couple of breaths on that, and realize that, it's not a destination, it's a journey. People do things because that's the life, that's what they, things happen because we are human. We're caught up in the human, you know in humanity. And like we saw in the prior um spread, the forgiveness was key. It was the first card, was forgiveness. So somebody may have not told you the truth about a relationship or about a child. They might not have told you the truth about a house. They might not have told you the truth about much of anything. And it's not even that. It's so hard to forgive, because I know I've been there, when it just ruminates in your head, like, how could this person have done this to me, or how could I be in this situation? Why did I trust this person? Blah 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 blah, on and on and on. And the thing is that, little by little and bit by bit, you try to justify it, or not justify it, but judge it, um, and make peace with it by taking it out on other people. And that's not good. That's not good policy. But anyhow, I like I said, I don't see much in the. It's funny, but this month I did not see much in the way of the romance department. I think that your first reading I did for you guys was a little bit so like glug 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 romantic, there's a drowning in emotion. So, and again, we're still kind of there, but water, but it's almost like now air is coming in and stabilizing it a little bit. If you notice, in this is the rainy season, so a lot of water, it just is what it is. But also too, um we start getting into the season where we start seeing lightning more. um you know so you're going to come to clarity with your emotions. Like that saying, tell me what you really think. But anyway, anyhow, uh, that is it. I hope I did you guys justice. I'm a Cancer, Leo rising, Virgo moon. So the only thing I don't think I have air in my chart. I may, but I don't think so. But in any case, it doesn't even matter. I just wanted to pop in, tell you guys that I'm here for you, and we'll talk again soon. Take care. Bye bye.